All right, welcome back to Community Real Estate Talk Show. Really excited. I got a buddy from high school, Adam Brown, here, and he is taking off in the music world as a music director for the band Joyfield that we just talked to, and is just taking some amazing photos. He's got a really cool Facebook page we'll have him talk about where you can kind of keep track of the shots he's taking, but just a really, really good photographer. Adam, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Tyler. How are you?
I'm doing good. So tell us a little bit about it's a big passion of yours, right?
Yeah, so when I was in college, I picked up a little point-and-shoot camera for a senior project, and soon I just noticed I was taking pictures of, ducks walking or whatever, and it just really drew me to, I was just really drawn to photography, partially because I can't draw, paint, sculpt, or anything like that requires any hands-on skills, but I can press a button.
And I noticed you do a lot of shots at the zoo, and just some of those are just incredible. And that's one of your favorite things you do?
Yeah. It's just, some people go work out to sort of get away from everything, or go fishing. I like to go to the zoo and take pictures, It's really fun. It's just an opportunity to see animals that you don't really see. You can just sit there and a lot of times you go to the exhibits and the animals aren't doing anything, but if you stay there for like 2 hours, they'll do something.
I like it. You just gotta wait, huh?
Yeah, it's a waiting game, but a lot of times, most of the time, it pays off.
Can you tell us about your Facebook page? I love is it AB Candid?
Yeah, so I started a Facebook page specifically for my photos, just to get something out there that's about my photos only, not just my Facebook page, but I still end up posting a lot of photos on there too. It's just a way for me to get my work out there so people can see what I'm doing. I've had a lot of opportunities through that. I don't know that I really want to start up as a traditional professional photographer where I'm doing senior portraits or weddings and things like that. I want to do things that are a little more interesting, like taking pictures of bands or animals, things like that.
Tell us about the music video. What was that like?
Yeah, the music video was really cool. So Joyfield asked me to shoot, or rather to direct their music video. I've never really shot much video, so I asked a friend of mine, Adam Wong, if he would film it, and he agreed. So one day, actually last Sunday, we went out to Ellie's parents' house and just filmed an entire music video in like 12 hours, planning a lot of it on the way. We had to deal with a lot of rain, but for most of the day we got lucky. I mean, the rain came down hard, hail, thunder, lightning, but never really when we were shooting, until the end actually, when we needed to shoot that one scene to pull it all together, it dumped. But fortunately, Karis, our pyrotechnician, got the fire going that we needed for the video, and it worked out. Yeah,
the lighting at the bonfire is just amazing, dark at night and everything like that. It just turned out great.
Thanks.
Now take us back to, so 12 hours of shooting.
Right.
How tough is the editing? I imagine you're patient with all the photos you've been doing right now, but that's a lot of editing, isn't it?
Well, Adam Wong took over the editing, and he actually got it done on Tuesday. So it was shot on Tuesday. We took the ferry back to Seattle at 10 o'clock and got back at 12 or so, and then he had the rough cut done, I think, on Tuesday night.
Wow.
And he has another job, so he got it together pretty quickly, and he did a really good job. There's a portion in the video where he uses a rewind effect that goes back through all the scenes, and we hadn't discussed that before, but I thought it was really a brilliant move on his part, and it just pulled a lot together in it.
When you're shooting these photos, are you using like Photoshop, or what do you use to edit everything?
So my favorite program is Adobe Lightroom, Adobe products. If you're out there, I love your products, send me more.
Yeah.
But it's just a basic editing software that pulls out highlights, details in the highlights, shadows. You can adjust the colors, things like that. And then there's another software called Nik software. It was through Nikon, but then it was purchased by Google, and it's just a lot of different plugins that enhance the photos.
Those listeners just joining us, this is Community Real Estate Talk Show, and I've got a good high school buddy, Adam Brown, that's taking some amazing photos and doing some fun stuff in the photography world. So we're just kind of learning the ins and outs of it. So Adam, do you like shooting the scenic stuff, or are you more? I mean, What's your favorite stuff to shoot?
Really, it depends on the mood that I'm in. If I just want to get away from everything, if it's been a busy week, then I just like to go hiking and take some photos of scenery. But if I'm feeling in a especially creative mood, I like to include people in that scenery, or just go to a show and take pictures of bands. What I think I like most are just genuine, candid moments in people doing what they do. So musicians, I think, just naturally draw me because what they're writing or what they're performing on stage, they put a lot of feeling and emotion into, and it's a big part of them. Like Joy Field and Ellie, and when you see them on stage, you can just tell that they're genuine about what they're doing. They aren't, a lot of bands will get out there and just be very theatric, but with them it's just emotion and it's just who they are.
That's cool. That's really cool. If there's listeners out there wanting to start and get into the photography world, I mean, what's a good recommendation for how do they get started?
Just go through friends first. It really depends on what you want to do. If you want to take portraits, then turning to friends is a good way to do that. Offering your services for free in exchange, they'll model for you. You'll give them a disc of pictures. For photography at concerts, just go to smaller venues. You can get in with the camera. You'll make friends with the bands. They'll appreciate the photos that you give them, and they'll give you more opportunities to photograph them. That's really how I met Joy Field. I had a friend who was in a band, and I heard Joy Field play it. I really liked what they did, and I'd seen them at a couple other shows, and we just connected. And since then, I've been going to all their shows, photographing, and I got an opportunity to direct their video. My first opportunity to do something like that, so that was really cool.
Hopefully first of many. He did a really good job. That turned out great.
Thanks.
What do you think? I know the goal wasn't to go to 100% doing photography and stuff,
well, sort of. I mean, I don't want to be the traditional photographer, but
okay.
Like a dream job would be, doing photos for Life magazine or National Geographic, photographing cultures and just candid moments.
So these shots that you're posting on Facebook, I was lucky enough to have you print one off for me, and it just turned out great. I mean, are you open to doing that for people that are following you on Facebook?
Yeah, for sure. If you just want to go to my Facebook page, AB Candid, and you see a photo you like, just let me know, and I'll get that digital image to you. And right now I'm not really charging anything aside from production costs, but I would appreciate people give me a shout out on Facebook or whatever, so more people see my work.
Yeah, it's amazing work, and I keep telling my wife when we get that next dream house, we're going to fill it up with some of your photos because you take great shots.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you take really good shots.
Thank you.
Okay, last question for you. So the end goal is to shoot for one of these major magazines?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just admire a lot of the work that I see out there in those magazines. They're just, some of the more unique photos that you see, capturing people in their element. One of the, I can't think of his name, the photographer, but the BBC produced a documentary called The Human Planet, and they hired a photographer to go along on their shoots. And he just captured some really amazing images in all parts of the world, photographing cultures that no one really ever sees before. So to have an opportunity like that would really be incredible, I think.
Where would you go if you go anywhere and shoot?
Right now, I'm planning on hopefully going to Iceland, New Zealand, and Greenland in the next couple of years. I've wanted to shoot there for a while.
Oh, that'll be a good trip.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, I really appreciate you coming, taking time out to give us some insight on photography.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me here.
Hey, no problem, Adam. So if anybody wants to get a hold of you, they can go to your Facebook page and look at your photos.
Yep, AB Candid.
Awesome, man. All right, everyone. That's going to end the day for us. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thanks for tuning in to Community Real Estate Talk Show on Clay 1180 AM. I'm Tyler Freed.